my name's Evie. I'm a Children and Communities Librarian here at Richmond Libraries. And today I've got lots of great books to recommend for LGBTQ History Month for teens and young adults. And all of these books are available from Richmond Library Service, and many of them are also available on our e-library as e-books and e-audiobooks. Up first, I've got two books by Kevin Van Whye. Like a lot of people, I'm a big fan of Date Me Bryson Keller. It's such a sweet romance about a boy who is dared to date someone new every week. But when Kai nervously asks Bryson Keller out, everything changes for both of them. One of my favourite things about this novel is that it doesn't depict the popular kids as the villains. Bryson is popular, but he's also really sweet and caring and nice to everyone. Nate Plus One is Kevin Van Whye's newest novel, and it's definitely another feel-good romance. When Jay and his band need a new lead singer, Nate steps in to help his best friend, who he also happens to have a huge crush on. To return the favour, Jay offers to come to South Africa with Nate for his wealthy cousin's wedding, and together they'll face Nate's ex-boyfriend who ghosted him. And maybe, just maybe, romance will ensue between the best friends. It's a sweet best friends to lovers story, and if you enjoy Date Me Bryson Keller, I reckon you'll really enjoy this one too. Next is three books by Casey McQuiston. One Last Stop is filled with magic realism and follows August, who falls in love with Jane, who is trapped on a train and also trapped in time. Together, they have to figure out how to set Jane free so that their relationship can exist outside of the confines of the New York transport system. Red, White and Royal Blue is another swoon-worthy romance about the son of the US President and the Prince of England. At first, they do not get along, but after a publicity nightmare, the two are forced to fake nice, and as they get to know each other, sparks begin to fly. Both are well worth a read. I Kissed Shara Wheeler is probably my favourite though. Chloe Green is desperate to be high school valedictorian, but when her only competition, Shara Wheeler, kisses her and then vanishes, Chloe has to find answers. Together with the two boys that Shara also kissed, Rory and Smith, Chloe follows the trail of clues and challenges left behind to find Shara and finally beat her academic rival and take the top spot. But maybe there's more to Shara than Chloe first thought, and maybe she also can't stop thinking about that kiss. She really can't. She obsesses over it for pages and pages. I recommend this one if you're a Casey McQuiston fan, and for anyone who likes a mystery with some romantic elements mixed in. No spoilers, but I also love Rory and Smith's evolving relationship throughout the novel. I've just finished reading The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera, which is the prequel to They Both Die at the End, and it actually features Matteo and Rufus. This heart-wrenching story introduces us to the world on the day that Deathcast first begins, the service that can predict when you will die and calls you to let you know it's your end day. The First to Die at the End follows Valentino and Orion as they meet and spend one last day together. Matters are complicated by the fact that Orion desperately needs a heart transplant and Valentino could be the one to give it to him. I didn't want to finish it because I knew it was going to break my heart. If you like books that take place all in one day, and if you're a fan of They Both Die at the End, then this is one for you. Next up is If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Cale Dietrich. If you're a music or celebrity gossip fan, this is the book for you. Ruben and Zach are two members of one of the biggest and most popular boy bands ever, and they just so happen to be in love. However, they must keep their relationship a secret for fear of what might happen if it gets out. Their label could drop them, thereby destroying not only their careers, but the careers of their bandmates. I love that the book is told from both boys' perspectives, and there's a definite voice to each character. If You Still Recognise Me is a wonderful read with a beautiful cover. The plot goes a little like this. It's the summer before university, and Elsie's decided that now is the time to get her first job, take a trip to Cornwall, and to tell her friend Ada how she really feels about her. Unfortunately, they've never met in real life, and Ada lives in New York. Then Elsie's long-lost best friend Joan walks back into her life, and Elsie has a choice to make. In a summer of reconnecting with and making new friends, Elsie realises that she isn't nearly as alone as she thought. I particularly loved Elsie's job working at an independent comic shop where she creates her very own LGBTQ+ window display. If you like books about self-discovery and the power of friendship, this is a book for you. If you don't fancy reading a full-length novel, I've got 2 collections of short stories for you. Blackout and Whiteout are both by 6 incredible authors of colour, including Angie and Nicola Yoon, and these books are wonderfully diverse with stories about love in all of its forms. Blackout is set in New York during a blackout, hence the title, and all the characters are somehow connected and making their way to a block party. In Whiteout, Stevie is desperately trying to mend their relationship with Sola, and with the help of friends, they may just succeed at pulling out all the stops. If you want to read a book with all the tropes and happy endings for everyone, these short story collections are for you. It is worth noting that not all of the short stories feature LGBTQ+ characters, but lots of them do. We like to have something for everyone, so if novels aren't for you, but you'd love to read a good graphic novel, then check please Book 1 and Book 2 are both fantastic. Eric Bittle is probably the most wonderful protagonist ever. I want to be his friend and eat all the pies that he makes. These graphic novels are perfect for fans of Heartstopper, and they tell the story of Eric, who goes to college and joins the hockey team. Slowly, he falls for Jack, captain of the hockey team, an all-round moody but lovely guy. If you're a graphic novel fan, these are for you. Well, that's all of my recommendations, but I've got some honourable mentions from my colleagues. 16 Souls by Rosie Talbot is about queer ghosts, so if you like the supernatural, that one might be for you. Destination Unknown by Bill Konigsberg is about the AIDS epidemic in America during the 1980s. So if you're interested in that history, that one might be a good read. A Complicated Love Story in Space was originally pitched as a gay love story in space, and this is by Sean David Hutchinson. I'm sure you can imagine what that one might be about. She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick is written by a real-life couple, and it's a wonderful sapphic romance. All of these books I've mentioned today are available to borrow from our libraries, and you can find out more by clicking the link below. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to follow us on Twitter @RichmondLibs and Instagram @RichmondLibraries for more book recommendations. It's also well worth signing up for our monthly newsletter, which tells you all about our events taking place in libraries. If you're aged 11 to 14 and you live or go to school in the borough, why not sign up for our teen reading groups? They take place in 4 of our libraries once a month during term time only for 1 hour, and we talk about books, play games and eat lots of biscuits. All the information about everything I've mentioned today will be in the description. And let me know in the comments below, what are you reading this month and what books do you recommend for LGBTQ+ History Month?